Okay, today I'm talking about TZ Audio Stellar X2 Vintage Edition. Why I think this microphone rocks for voiceovers, what could it be better at, and how it could for you step up your video game. All that in a bag of chips. Next. What's up, guys? It's Lo for Low Nose Tech, and let's get into TZ Audio Stellar X2 Vintage Edition. Now, the X2 Vintage was sent to me for review purposes, and I've spent the better part of a month using it in every possible way. Zoom chats, gaming, female voiceovers, not my voice, storybook narration, and of course, professional voiceovers. Now, I did review the original Stellar X2 and thought that was a fantastic mic and should definitely be considered, so check that out here for that. As always, I'll be using the X2 Vintage for the entirety of this video, using with an ID4 with Audition, recording at peaks of -12 decibels, and no high pass filter, so check the chapters below for different tests. Alright, the Stellar X2 Vintage is similar to the original Stellar X2 in design, but does offer some distinct differences. The main point is that the Stellar X2 Vintage uses a U47 style capsule, which means that the X2 Vintage is based on the classic Neumann U47, with some additional changes to make it a more sensitive microphone. The K47 capsule in the X2 Vintage produces a very warm, mid-range focus microphone, which reduces sibilance and other unpleasant mouth noises, which I have to say, that claim is accurate. As a voice actor, I deal with cleaning up mouth sounds in my recordings all the time, and it takes up valuable time. And I'm pretty sure if you're doing the same, it may take up from you as well. So it's legit with that claim. Now, I want to go back to the comparisons to the Neumann U47. The U47 is a $4,000 microphone. $4,000. The X2 Vintage is only $269. That's a big difference. Now, I've never used a U47 before, but that is an impressive target to reach, and it's pretty hard to go wrong if that's your design starting point. Let's talk about what you get with the Stellar X2 Vintage. You get an aluminum flight case, spring shock mount, 3/8 to 5/8 adapter, foam wind cover, and leather pouch. Now, here's a spec card as well for some more detailed info if you're into that stuff. The body of the X2 Vintage is just like the original X2, except with a different finish on the top and the bottom. They also both have the same shock mount and foam wind cover. Okay, let's talk about my experiences with the X2 Vintage. One of the first things I noticed is that this mic does well with noise rejection. When I first got the mic, I was editing a video on my PC, so the fans on a PC were running pretty good. Just wanted to see what the mic sounded like. I set the mic right at my desk with the PC about 3 feet away and did a VO test. To my immediate surprise, I was so impressed that the mic didn't pick up the PC. And if it did, it was very negligible and something a little gate or a little noise reduction could have handled. But in the end, I didn't even need to do that, and I immediately started sending out voiceovers from my desk. And I was feeling good about it. After that, I moved the X2 Vintage into the booth, and I like what I was getting. Granted, the compactness of my booth doesn't favor well with cardioid condenser microphones by giving a boxiness sound, but in the end, it still sounded fantastic, and nothing a little EQ couldn't handle to remove the boxiness. Again, not a fault of the mic, just the nature of my recording environment. Another thing I think this mic does very well is the use of its proximity effect. I've been about a foot away from this mic the entire time, and it offers a really good sound. It also gives a nice full sound when taking advantage of the proximity effect. Move up close to the mic, don't have to talk too loud into it, and you get a really great full sound from the mic. Once in a blue moon, a voice actor will get up close to a microphone to use a pop filter where pop filters are forbidden. Once in a blue moon, a voice actor will get up close to a microphone to use a pop filter in a world where pop filters are forbidden. You know, speaking about pop filters, I would definitely recommend using one. Now, to this point, I'm not sure how well the X2 Vintage has been handling plosives. Peter Piper packed a pack of pickle peppers for a bad booty bugaboo. I wrote that. But from my previous usages, it is sensitive to plosives, so I've been using it mostly with a foam wind cover. Where are you? Oh, you're right here. And I dropped it. Let's try this again. Peter Piper packed a pack of pickled peppers for a bad booty bugaboo. Nah. All right, so my overall impressions. I'm a huge fan of the Stellar line of microphones, and the X2 Vintage doesn't disappoint. Sounds great for online meetings, clear and present for gaming, and for female voices.
They set out on an exciting new journey into the wide unknown. Some seeds will take root in nearby gardens, while others will travel on distant winds and faraway tides.
It's a nice, smooth sound. Now, personally, I do like the original X2 better for my voice, but the X2 Vintage sounds great up close, really using that proximity effect. I'll leave a link down below for the Stellar X2 Vintage so you can see more reviews and also the current pricing. If you have any questions on the Stellar X2 Vintage, well then leave it down below. If you liked the video, well then leave a like, and if you don't want to miss out on more videos just like this, well then subscribe. Until next time, guys, learn, do, share. I'll see you later. Bye. Hello.